Consistency and consecration are the two ways to deal with the spirit of witchcraft and the influences of darkness. If you want to break free from the influences of darkness, the influences and the powers of witchcraft, if you don't have consistency and consecration, no matter how religious you appear to be, you will not have power over the spirit of witchcraft and the influences of darkness. What do I mean by consistency? Hear me, the people we are talking about, the witches, the warlocks, the agents of darkness, they are consistent with their altars. The average witch goes to meeting every blessed day. They have a time of appointment in their covens where they converge and summon forces of darkness into the realms of man. But the believer in Christ is not consistent with the altar. So you can't defeat the spirit of witchcraft if you are not consistent. Now, it's not just about prayer. Listen, you can pray today does not mean that that prayer will be functional tomorrow. You need to learn the act of consistency. Consistency. These people we are talking about, these agents of darkness, whatsoever they do in their kingdom, they are consistent. They have consistent contact with the spirits they call upon. So the believer in Christ needs to be consistent with the altar. So there are two ways to defeat the spirit of witchcraft, satanic altars, and anything that pertains to the influences of darkness. Those two ways are consistency and consecration. You must be consistent with your spiritual rights. You must be consistent with spiritual things. You must be consistent with the altar. You must be consistent with prayer. You must be consistent in your walk with God. The man that is here today, is there tomorrow, that is not consistent cannot wield power. There is a force that comes with the spirit of consistency. And any realm you operate in, whether in darkness, whether in light, without consistency, you can't man the powers of that altar. So the way to deal with the spirit of witchcraft or whatever influence of darkness is by consistency. Consistency and consecration. How consistent are you in your appearance before the Lord? How consistent are you in the secret place? How consistent are you? You must be consistent. And then consecration. What do I mean by consecration? Consecration means yielding to the one you serve. The witches, they have yielded themselves to the one they serve. That's why they drink blood often, to make sure that that demonic force inside of them comes alive often. So when they are consistent in their altar, and when they are consecrated to that thing they serve, that thing invests power into them. So that's why you see even the elementary witch can command power. You see even a kindergarten witch can command. Even a witch of 7 years old can cause mayhem in an entire city. A witch of 7 years old can cause a national mourning. Because these people know the art of consistency and the art of consecration. You that is a child of God, how consecrated are you? Do you yield to God? Those sons of Sceva, the high priest, they assume that it's just by going out and exercising power and all of that. But the demons ask them, Peter we know, Paul we know, who are you? We don't know you. We can't find you in the radar. So they were the sons of the high priest, but they didn't have an identity before the Christ. They were not consecrated to the Christ. So before you can have power over the forces of darkness, you must have consistency and you must have consecration. You must be consecrated to God. The Bible said in Psalm 91 verses 1, that he that dwells in the secret place of the Most High, it is the same man that shall abide under the shadow. The shadow is the covering of the Almighty. The man that dwells in the secret place, that is consistent with the secret place, that has been consecrated to the secret place, to secret fellowship with God, consistent fellowship with God. The Bible reveals that the man will be under the shadow, the covering of the Almighty. So when the man is under the covering of the Almighty, what kind of fiery darts can get to the man? No. That fiery dart is not God. What kind of arrow from darkness can get to the man that is under the covering of the Almighty? It's not possible. So for you to be able to deal with witchcraft and demonic altars, hear me, I don't want to hear that you can pray 12 hours and you do that 12 hours once every year. You can't win darkness by that. You must be consistent with that which you do. You must be consistent. Jesus said, give us this day our daily bread. There is daily grace. So you must have daily victory. That you prayed yesterday is not enough. You must pray today. That you pray today is not enough. You will need to pray tomorrow. For you to be powerful, for you to walk in power in this kingdom, for you to have power over darkness, you must be consistent to the one you call upon, and you must be consecrated to the one you call upon. This is the way sons receive authority over darkness. There is no breaking protocols. This is the way. If you begin to operate by these principles, I just let you know right now, no witchcraft power in that territory can defeat you. You can't say you are a child of God and you sleep every night, you don't pray, even during the day you don't pray, you're just like that, and you're making what can confessions do for you? You must be consistent with the altar, and you must be consecrated to the God of the altar.